What's up everyone, Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So today we're going to show you a really fast, awesome, quick way to get an amazing tune on your cars pretty much every time. And this method works for 98% of the cars in the game. Now each car has 3 tunable parts. You can tune the tires, you can tune the transmission, and you can tune the nitrous. Some cars like to have the tires tuned first. Some cars like to have the transmission tuned first, and almost every car I've found the nitrous always gets tuned last. So we're going to show you just how to get a great, fast, super awesome tune real quick and how to figure out which order to tune the parts in. So what you want to do is click on the tuning tab, and then we're going to reset all 3 parts. And every time you change fusions or stage 6 or anything, you're going to have to go through this process again, because every time you add parts to the car or change parts to the car, it does require a retune. Your tune does depend on which parts you have installed. So the first thing we want to do is come in here and reset the car to the stock settings. Now, like I said, nitrous always gets tuned last, so we're not going to mess with that. We're going to take the final drive and we're going to tune this, and we're going to watch the little Evo points up at the top of the screen here where my mouse pointer is. And we're going to pull this final drive over until we see those points get as high as possible. On this car, I see we got up to about 1706. That's the highest we're going to get. So now we're going to reset this part back to stock. You got to reset it. That's very important. And now we're going to do the tires. Now we're going to move the tires down and see which one of these parts gives us the most Evo. All right, the part that gives it the most Evo is the one we're going to tune first. The part that gives us the least Evo is the one we're going to tune last. So on this particular car, the transmission gave me over 17 and the tires are only giving me 1200. Now let's go ahead and just do the nitrous for the heck of it. All right, I know we're not going to get up over 1700. Look, the nitrous is hardly giving me any extra points. Nitrous pretty much always goes last, guys. So let me reset that. So now we know, and it's very different on each car. You have to do this test on each car because some cars may like the parts tuned in a different order. But on this car, we know that the transmission gave us the most Evo points, the tires gave us the second most, and the nitrous gave us the least. So we're going to tune those 3 parts in that order. So we're going to start by tuning the transmission first on this car. So let's go do it. We're going to pull this back down to where we hit about 1706. All right, so make sure you get the highest Evo points possible. 1705, 1706, 1706. There we go. So now we're going to do the tires. All right, so the nitrous got first because that gave us the most Evo. We do the tire second because it gave us the second most Evo. And then we do the nitrous last because it gave us the least amount of Evo. So that got up to 1829. Now we're going to go ahead and do the nitrous. We pull that up all the way. 1840, 50. All right. And there we go. There's a really awesome tune. So what I would do at this point is I would come over to presets and I would hit save. That way you have a really good preset for the highest possible Evo, which is going to give you a great tune. And now if you want, you can slightly tweak this. You might be able to tweak it from here and get just a little bit more out of it. So I know if I come down to 269, I believe it is, even it jumps up a couple more Evo points and the car runs just a little bit faster. So after you get that high Evo tune, you can always tweak it just a little bit and sometimes pull a little bit more out of it. And remember, okay, if you don't have the same parts that I have installed, maybe you have less fusion parts than I do, maybe you have more fusion parts than I do, maybe you don't have the same stage 6s installed that I do, your sliders may end up in a very different position than mine. So you can't just copy somebody else's tune, because as you change parts on a car, that changes the way the car needs to be tuned. All right, the tune depends on which parts you currently have installed on the car, and every car is very different. So remember, anytime you have to add more parts, reset all 3 parts and go over this process again. It really only takes a couple minutes. It might take a little bit of time at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's a real fast process to get a really good tune on a car like this. So this method just gets you guys a great tune to make it run across the finish line as fast as possible. If you need to learn about tuning for sprint races or tuning for speed traps or tuning for live racing, those might be a little bit different. All right, I do have a really nice playlist just for tuning. Go to my channel, scroll down a little bit until you see the playlist, and then you can scroll through the playlist until you find the tuning one. All kinds of great info on there about tuning your cars, and all kinds of great info on my other playlist as well. I try to cover pretty much everything in the game, keep you guys up to date on the latest news and updates and stuff like that. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell and set those notifications to all. That way you guys don't miss any good uploads. And I try to upload almost daily, have a couple live streams per week and stuff like that. So definitely check those out. Thanks for watching, guys. You guys are awesome, and we will catch you next time. All right, have a great day, and thanks for watching. See ya.